Ladies and gentlemen, please help me. Welcome to the cage representing TLNT, Jordan Loren.
Time now to move to the featherweight class. Making the walk out of D'Iberville, Mississippi, the man they call Jay Nasty, Jordan Loren.
And I will say, because I spent some time in Mississippi, I believe it's D'Iberville, Mississippi.
Whatever you say. I know how to spell Mississippi.
I saw you looking at that one, and it is a tough one, but I believe the locals are say D'Iberville.
D'Iberville. M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-P-I.
There you go.
For the record. Here he comes, Jay Nasty, Jordan Loren. His promotional debut is tonight. Fourth fight of his professional campaign. See what he can do here. I mean, you got to be tough if you're from D'Iberville, because D'Iberville's a tough city to say.
It is tough, yeah, and those guys from Mississippi are tough. There was oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. I can picture his face. But
Alan Belcher?
Jason Knight. No,
okay.
Jason Knight, he was in
Mississippi
the UFC.
Mean.
Yeah, that's right. He was in the UFC for a little while, went to bare knuckle. He was from D'Iberville.
I just started naming Mississippi fighters in my head.
There you go.
So.
Was it Chase Sherman at heavyweight, too?
Yep.
Just outside of Biloxi, I believe.
I've been to Biloxi. Yeah, they're tough in Mississippi.
There's some tough customers.
I mean, the South known for its great hospitality, but they can kick your butt too.
We can do that. We can say yes, ma'am, and no, sir, and serve you a plate of grits, but punch you in the face as well.
I don't even know what grits are, to be honest with you.
They don't have those in California.
I mean, I'm from Minnesota, but they don't have them there either. Jordan Loren, Jay Nasty, ready to get nasty here at Ragin FC. Time for his opponent to make the walk back to Colin Cantrell.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the cage his opponent, representing Head Kicks MMA, Ragin Griffin.
With an amateur record that spans 7 fights, Ragin Griffin, known as the Icon, hopes to look iconic tonight in his pro debut. The man, nope, cross that out. The myth, nope, cross that out. The Icon. You're calling your shot when you wear that nickname.
You better believe it. And I saw this young man warm up in the cage when I was waiting for the event to start, and let's say he exudes confidence.
I mean, you got to be confident if you tell people you're the Icon, and we'll see if you can live up to it tonight. We talked all night about when a fighter should turn pro. Talk about sort of, I think, the pressure that an athlete gets off their shoulders as an amateur and can really come into their pro debut fully prepared.
Yeah, you know, and you're starting over, as we said, with a clean slate. And one of the things that I'm going to look for out of this young man is how he responds to the intensity, because the difference that you see from pro to amateur is you don't really ever get in there with somebody who's inexperienced at the professional level. Even if the guy doesn't have a winning record or he hasn't been on a streak in a little while, everybody at the professional level is dangerous, make no mistake about it. Everybody brings a certain level of intensity and skill in there, and how you respond to the step up in competition is usually actually pretty apparent early on. Like within the first round, you can see, okay, this is a different deal.
We talk about this being really the ultimate physical sport. It's very much mental as well, and I think a lot of that mental stability is built in the amateur ranks, and now Ragin Griffin tries to take it to the professional level. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for this featherweight fight. 3 5-minute rounds scheduled. 29 years old is Ragin Griffin, 2 years the elder of Mississippi's Jordan Loren. Loren stands 1 inch taller, both on point at weigh-ins, and both have a 72-inch reach. For our official introductions of this featherweight fight, we go to Mr. Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, next fight's being brought to us by Benoit Chevrolet. Proudly bringing you tonight's blue corner, Benoit Chevrolet of DeRuyter, the official motor partner of Ragin Fighting Championships. This fight is scheduled for 3 professional rounds of 5 minutes each in the Ragin FC featherweight division. Introducing first on my right, fighting out of the Benoit Chevrolet blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing at 146 pounds. His professional record stands 1 win against 2 defeats. Fighting out of Gulfport, Mississippi, J Nasty Jordan Loren. And across the cage on my left, fighting out of the Ragin AC red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing 146 pounds. Making his professional debut this evening and fighting out of Lafayette, Louisiana, the icon, Griffin. Referee in charge of the action, Ramsey Ishak.
Ramsey Ishak getting this featherweight assignment. It is Jay Nasty, Jordan Loren taking on the icon, Griffin. TJ DeSantis along with Stephen Barnhill inside the Lake Charles Event Center in Lake Charles, Louisiana, the site of Ragin FC 6. We see Loren in the black and gray. Griffin.
Loren trying to leave no space for Griffin here on his pro debut.
Try to load up on that right hand of the icon. Ooh, that one might have caught him low. Ramsey Ishak, the referee, spotted it.
Yeah, Griffin put together a couple of nice straight punches there before the nut shot. So let's see how this plays out when it re-engages.
Doesn't matter how iconic you are, that will slow you down, but didn't slow him down for long as we're back at action pretty quickly.
You know, Griffin's doing a good job of what we call beat the kick, where Loren's throwing a low kick and then he's closing the range and throwing a 2 over the top. He still gets hit with the low kick, but it's not nearly as damaging as the straight that he's throwing, and it takes some of the speed and power off of it when you close the distance like that. He's done a good job of that a couple of times so far.
That's a race I don't want to be involved in.
Beat the kick. It's a drill that if you go to any really good striking gym, you'll see it.
Ooh. Another one hits below that line.
Yeah, Loren likes to throw a lot of inside leg kicks, and he likes to throw them a little bit high. So, you know, while you do have that tender meat there on the inner part of the upper thigh, it's a dangerous game because you can hit your opponent with a low blow, and too many of those, you got to think now, you know, you could see a point taken.
You can see that one there, and Loren was saying, no, that was clean, but
no,
didn't look like it. And you're right, you know, if you are Loren, I mean, that's got to be in the back of your mind. If you get too aggressive with those kicks and a third one goes low, I mean, got to believe a point would be deducted.
Yeah, no question. If it's 3 in 1 round, you got to take a point.
It's interesting. You're not allowed to do it ever, but sometimes you can do it 3 times before you get penalized for it.
Yeah, and I think at some point in time we will see a more clear framework that's a little bit less, let's just say gray area, more black and white.
Oh. That one caught Loren low.
Crowd not loving these low blows here.
He'll have up to 5 minutes. Always interesting to see the technique to recover from it. Some guys like to shake it out. Some guys like to walk it out.
And I have never found a good recovery to low blows other than time. You just gotta let time do its thing, and eventually it feels okay.
Strong warning here by the referee. And if you're Griffin, I mean, obviously you don't want to kick your opponent low, but he got kicked twice low, and he gets a strong warning after giving one.
Yeah, you see Loren do a lot of stance switching, and a lot of times those ugly low blows will happen from the stance switch, just because your back foot is kind of teed up to the the groin area of your opponent. Let's see what both these guys do to clean it up, because I do believe that even though Loren's only got one and Griffin's got two, the ref is going to step in here and take a point the next time that happens.
And I think the real shame of low blows I think they're all accidental. I don't think anybody's trying to actually
You would
low.
certainly hope not. That would be probably the worst thing you could do to a guy. Pretty back and forth, though, aside from the stoppages there.
Yeah, it seems like both guys still have some steam in them.
A lot of spinning attacks from Loren.
Hard left hand there, and Loren talking to the referee a little bit.
Yeah, Loren said low blow again, and I could actually hear Griffin say, "I didn't even hit you." These guys are doing a little bit of talking in here now.
Spin and a miss there by Loren.
Nice duck under by Griffin there. I would have liked to see him follow up with a little bit more in the way of striking, but good awareness there to get under that spinning attack. Both men trading some jabs there. I'm seeing a little bit of Griffin trying to figure out the stance switching of Loren. He's engaging at times, but then Loren will switch stances and he'll kind of back up a little bit. I think he's still trying to figure out the cadence, and to be honest, it's a bit unpredictable how Loren is switching stances.
Ooh, nice combination of punches there by Jay Nasty. Yeah, he's doing a lot of different things to kind of catch Griffin off balance, off guard.
Yeah, Griffin's just kind of moving around. Ref saying, watch your fingers there. Ref certainly earning his keep in there with these two.
Oh, beautiful spinning attack there by Loren, and now he's going on the attack.
Loren definitely wants the spinning attack. He's shown it a few times with no success, and he got it that time.
Ooh, hard body kick. 30 seconds remaining in this opening round.
That body kick brought the hands of Loren down a little bit, and Griffin had good awareness there to go up top with a couple of shots. You almost can't even help it. It's almost like a subconscious thing. When you get ripped to the body, your hands start to droop a little bit.
Good straight jab there by Griffin. Closing moments of the opening frame.
This has been a good first round. I mean, aside from the stoppages and the low blows both ways, it's been a pretty even fight so far.
5 minutes in the books. Kind of saw a little bit of everything.
We did. And unfortunately for both men, we saw a low blow go each direction. So what I'd love to see in this next round is if Griffin can figure out Loren's stance switching and come in on his entries with his straight punches, because he was having some success with his boxing when he came in with the ones and twos and even some of the hooks and stuff like that, had a decent jab. But then Loren would kind of go back to, moving and switching stance a lot and throwing some side kicks and some spinning attacks. And it seems to be somewhat confusing.
Saw that left hand connect on the spin attack from Loren. Probably the most devastating shot that he landed all round came from that. See what happens here in round number 2.
And I don't know which kick it came from, but there's a pretty nasty mark on the left leg there of Loren that Griffin caught him with.
All right, round 2 underway.
Nice body kick there by Loren. Griffin had a pretty stiff jab before that.
And you mentioned the sort of unorthodox rhythm and pace of Loren. It's not an opponent you can really stand in front of because he's constantly changing his look at you.
He moves a lot. It's hard to figure out which way he's going to go or what strike he's going to throw. But as you see Griffin start, and the only thing you can really do is kind of try to make an opponent like that stationary, which Griffin has done with some nice leg kicks, and you can see some of them.
That one.
Arguing over a low blow here. Now it's 2 apiece.
Referee saying it caught him low. Obviously, Griffin has something to say about that. Loren saying, if you don't believe me, let's take a look at the replay. We'll do just that. Head kick came high. And it's hard to see the angle from this side. It might have been one of those that caught the thigh and slipped upwards as well.
Yeah, sometimes they can slide up a little bit.
It was a better shot. Ooh, that one looked like it caught the thigh.
That looked like the thigh, and at minimum it grazed. It's hard to tell.
Like you said, though, it's 2 apiece.
Exactly. We're back at even now.
And I think we've seen the display of heart from both men. I don't think either of them are looking for cheap shortcuts or breaks.
No, these are definitely not intentional. Both of these young men, they both have a good inside leg kick. It's just a matter of, refining it a little bit and making it, to land in a place where it's not even questionable, right? If you go right above the knee, but then you run into the danger of actually kicking the knee, and that's no fun. So that's why this is the most difficult sport in the world, TJ.
That's why I don't do it. We're talking a lot in there.
Yeah, the referee has his hands full in this one. Yeah, Loren really loves those spinning attacks.
Griffin spins himself. Trying to rush forward, and Griffin didn't like the positioning, so he runs out of there.
No, he didn't like that look at all, and he was kind of pinned up against the cage. He did a good job getting out of there, and he, fortunately for him, didn't take too much damage on the exit. But you could hear his corner pleading with him, get out of there, get out of there. Beautiful jab there by Griffin. He's got a great jab. He needs to utilize that a bit more and then use it to set up some follow-up shots, some ones and twos, even the jab cross jab.
Hard kick to the body. Now Loren coming forward, initiates the clinch.
That kick well.
Gonna work here up against the cage. Coming up on the halfway point of the round, halfway point of the fight. Nice reversal of position there by Griffin.
Yeah, we're seeing some good clinch out of both of these guys. Looking for a guillotine there is Loren, but Griffin got his head to the other side pretty quickly.
Over under position here up against the fence.
Both guys in what's been a very active fight with 2 low blows apiece, maybe just looking for a moment of reprieve here.
Still hunting for that neck. Griffin able to get out of there and get back in space. 90 seconds remains in the second round.
And this round's still very up for grabs. And it seems both men, thankfully, have cleaned up that inside low kick a little bit. I haven't seen one that was even questionable in a little while.
Griffin goes high with the head kick. Gets taken down for his troubles. Passing the guard here is Loren.
That was very well timed by Loren to catch that kick like that. Let's see what he can do in the side mount position here.
Working some knees to the body. Kimura grip here from side. Pulls him into a half guard.
Still got that Kimura grip, but not to the point now where it's threatening Loren at all. Loren's got that hand tucked very well, defending.
You got to make sure you keep him in that guard too. If you're in that Kimura grip on bottom side, you can find yourself in an arm bar real quick. That's how Matt Hughes beat George St. Pierre.
Yes. Loren content here to work out of the half guard position. It's a great position for ground and pound. There's a lot of fighters that will even tell you, TJ, that they prefer the top part of half guard rather, over side mount in MMA because of the slipperiness and your ability to lock down your opponent. And we saw that in the last fight, where there was the half guard position that was utilized very effectively for ground and pound and racking up top control time minutes.
Jordan Loren able to finish that second round in top position in what has been a very evenly contested fight. A lot up for grabs in the final 5 minutes. A lot of layers to this one. Let's take a look at some of the action.
Both guys trading there, both guys landing some good shots, having some good moments. The statement at the end of that round was that leg catch by Loren that he used to control from top position for the remainder of the round. But TJ, and I feel like, again, a broken record. This fight's very close going into the final round.
Yeah, neither man has really pulled away with it. We know we're even on the scorecards as far as low blows go.
Hey, there we go. And that factors in here because I do believe if we see another one, we do see a point. So both men have to be very mindful of that going into this third round and what could be one apiece.
Both men look relatively fresh for the final 5 minutes. Nice sign of sportsmanship as the third and final round is underway.
Even after 4 low blows, we still get a glove tap at the end of the beginning of the third round. And another.
Lancing right hand finds a home for Griffin. Ooh.
Another low blow there for Loren. That's number 5 now total of the fight.
See what the referee decides to do. I mean, it's been such a close fight. I'd hate to see a point being deducted being a deciding factor, but if you are the referee, I mean, how many of these do you let go?
Yeah, I think you have to, though, even though it will play into the outcome of this fight and could very well change the victory. You just can't.
Caught it right with the top of the foot. He knew it, too. But again, that wasn't intentionally thrown. It's not something that I think you're trying to do, but ultimately you're responsible for it. At least you should be held responsible for it.
Yeah, it's like eye pokes, too. Nobody, who's in their right mind would actually stick their finger in somebody else's eye. But it happens sometimes, and, there's the usual suspects, right? And I don't know. I've not followed much of Loren's career to know if he has done this in other fights, but there has been a point deducted now, TJ, and you got to think that Loren may come out of here now knowing that he might just very well need a knockout here.
Right. I mean, if it is even and Loren would win this third round, you're looking at a draw with a 9-9 scorecard, but obviously a long ways to go before we get there and we see maybe a new fire lit underneath Jordan Loren.
Loren's definitely fighting now like that low blow and that point deduction means that he needs a knockout. He came straight out of the gate from the break there looking for the finish.
Back into the wrestling department.
I don't know if it's just me, TJ, but I feel like the intensity cranked up when they restarted.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's all on the line here at this point. Because if you're Jordan Loren, you know even a decent dominant round might not be enough. Griffin complaining of potentially a finger to the eye. It's been a relatively clean night all evening long here in Lake Charles, but this one's had a lot of extracurriculars.
There's always one on every card. I was waiting for it to happen, and here we have it. But this has otherwise been a really good fight and a very evenly matched fight. Both gentlemen have had moments. Both guys have totally different fighting styles. But all in all, a good fight. Unfortunately, I do think that the low blows is going to end up being the story here unless we see a finish. But very, very interesting fight here.
And again, I think the referee's hand was forced. I mean, if you throw 3 low, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't let it slide.
Exactly, and this is why I would prefer, TJ, to see some sort of standard where there is no deviation from it, and sometimes it may make us mad, but if you just said that on the second low blow for each man, a point was going to be deducted, and then one every low blow thereafter, we would know exactly what's going to happen, and there wouldn't be, one guy that's been nut-shotted twice that's got no points taken, and then another guy 3 who does have a point taken,
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think it's the inconsistency from referee to referee, really. Trying to hunt for that neck here.
Yeah, Loren looking for that finish, man. He's got 2 minutes. He knows he needs one. Loren glancing over at the clock there. I think if he can get past this cage clinch position here, we're going to see somebody fighting for their life in the last 90 to 120 seconds.
Able to muscle his way off the fence. Now back in space. 90 seconds remain in the fight.
Griffin still looking to establish that 1-2. He's even still this far into the fight. The range and the timing of the stance switches of Loren has proven to be a problem.
Dancing left hand finds a home. Nice combination there.
It's going to be interesting to see what we see here in the last minute of this fight. Loren loves his spinning attacks, man.
Yeah, he's been going to him all night, and Griffin has one of his own.
It's so funny. You see fighters all the time when one opponent will throw like a spinning attack, the other guy's like, oh, I forgot about that move. Let me throw one of those. It's almost predictable.
It happens with low kicks all the time as well. It's just
all the time.
Anything you can kick, I can kick better.
There you go. And unfortunately in this fight, that kick has been to the groin.
Closing in on the final 10 seconds of the fight. Loren going to try to leave it all out there in the cage as he's marching forward. Another spin for good measure, and we will go to the cards.
A big flurry there by Loren at the end, even trying to spinning heel kick to the head there at the end that missed. But all in all, this was a toss-up fight, TJ. Both guys had moments. Both guys worked their game plans. And I don't want to speak too soon, but I would not be surprised if the difference maker in this fight is that point deduction.
Take a look at some of the action. As you mentioned, an evenly contested matchup all night long.
Nice elbow there for Loren.
It was interesting is much of this fight that took place in the clinch, we never really saw any of those low blows come from a inside knee. They were all kicks at space.
Yeah, it was mostly the kicks at space, and mostly when they were opposite stance.
Judges going to tally their 10s and 9s, mix in some subtraction for good measure. Loren still with his hands raised. He believes he's done enough. Griffin believes he's done enough. He will be aided by that point deduction. You know, it shapes up for if these guys are around, you know, in the future to run it back.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't do a rematch here. Both these guys have now had 15 minutes with each other in the cage. Both guys have a somewhat difficult style to feel out. And, you know, we had what could have been the difference maker here in a trading of low blows. I would have loved to have seen how this fight would have played out if there were no stoppages and no illegal strikes. This would have been a really even better fight than it was.
The numbers are being crunched here cage side in Lake Charles as we await the official decision. It has been rendered. It lies with Mr. Colin Cantrell.
Good to see these guys laughing it up together.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for these two fighters. They left it all in the cage. Let's test something by round of applause. How many out there felt like Jordan Loren won the fight? By round of applause, how many out there felt like Darian Griffin won the fight? All y'all are wrong. Judge Tanya Strand scores the fight 30-26. Judge Kerry Mullen scores the fight 28-28. And Judge Todd Maxwell scores the fight 28-28. We have a majority draw. Like kissing your sister, man. It's not fun to announce. It's like this never happened.
But I was hoping that